Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armored Warfare. So, today I have a Stingray replay for you, myself playing, and of course this is on the live server 019, the first of Balance 2.0 changes. Wow, that term has been thrown around for months. Anyway, so we can see that this tank is very fast. Of course it's being a light tank, you would expect that. And it is pretty good from this replay, I hope you'll see. Anyway, we see a tank quite a long way away. We fire a blind shot. No idea if it goes in or not. Possibly hard to tell, really. He went into the smoke and disappeared. Anyway, you can see though from that long range shooting that the gun is very quick to aim and potentially quite accurate as well. So the Stingray, being a light tank, has very poor armour on the sides and on the back. Now the front upper plate is quite weak as well, but the angling is good. And additionally the turret front, sides and rear are also bad, but again, the front of the turret has such a strange shape to it, it often, in my experience, shooting in front of it bounces. So it's not guaranteed that you'll bounce shots from this tank, from main battle tanks anyway, but if a Fox or 30mm, 20mm cannon hits you, you could, well, bounce from the upper plate, and if you're angled properly, the side armour as well. So we got behind this T90, I think it was, and practically ended him very quickly with the help of this T64. Reverse speed is good as well. As you can see, traverse speed is also excellent. So this thing is about mobility and accuracy and firepower from what I can tell. And it sacrifices armour for it, as you would expect. We see a couple of targets there, we're not going to worry about them for now. We get into cover from them and shoot this excellent one in the back. Reload time is also quite decent. The damage, again, not exceptionally high, but not bad either. This being tier 6 of course, and we're also firing AP rounds. You have 400 odd penetration, 440 I think it is, with these AP, and only losing around 15 when you're firing heat. You also get HEP rounds for finishing off targets, or penetrating very lightly armoured ones. Not paying attention to our flank there, we get hit by a Chieftain 900, but no problem, we track him and fall back. Don't really want to fight 3 tanks on our own, even if we do have a good rate of fire and damage. We get spotted, nope. Oh no, we do very briefly though, but we managed to get out of there. There's a warrior, and its turret is obviously stronger than I thought it was. We see a Centaur 105, but it's looking directly this way. We get hit in the side there from that warrior for quite a bit of damage in fact, and we pop more smoke and get moving. That warrior has a 6-round 30mm cannon and it reloads very fast. We managed to get a flank off on that Centaur however and take him out. He was on a one-shot kill after all. So, things have calmed down a little bit, but there is a target in front of us. Somehow managed to pen that shot on the lower plate, I believe, of the Leopard. One thing I have noticed about this update, and it might have been a thing before, but when you get hit, you can't see where the penetration happened, so you can only assume it was your lower plate or your side armour or your turret armour. But maybe that will come back, or maybe it wasn't a thing to begin with in this game. I can't even remember now. It's been a couple of years since it was closed alpha and beta. We find a Merkava from the side and we manage to immobilise him without doing any damage unfortunately, but keeping him there gives us time to move into a better position and hopefully get the kill on him. There we go. So, we do fire. We're not successful in taking him out, but a friendly is. So, it doesn't matter. Getting into the later stage of the game here. See a target on our right, we're not going to go for him. Most likely suicide approaching that angle. If you look at the minimap anyway, you can see the position of our friendlies in relation to them would indicate that. This M1 Abrams fires at another vehicle over there, I think another Merkava, but he pulls back into cover just in time. Or rather, he's in cover long before we can get a shot on target. We hear some smoke being popped, so that means there's a target on our left somewhere, even if we can't see him. Unless that was one of our friendlies. I don't think it was though. And so we get moving once again. And you do feel like you can just glide around in this tank. It has very quick acceleration. Its top speed isn't impressive. Or maybe it is in 0.19 standards. Here comes an RDF light tank. He manages to fire. He bounces. That warrior's still nailing us. We managed to give him a bit of ramming damage. He actually pens us this time. But we managed to take him out. I'm not sure quite how that came around so well. But we are quite low now. 400 health is a one-shot kill for most MBTs. Unless we're very lucky. The warrior, of course, has hit us several times this match. And he cannot kill us in 6 shots as well. Managed to get a really nice shot there on the VBL, I think it was, one of the VBL models. There's a couple now in the game. But I'm surprised that actually sailed straight into his vehicle. I thought it would have got stuck on some terrain or just missed. But we can see now there's only 3 of them left. And they're in this sort of top hand corner of the map here and by the river. Or by the right hand side of the map anyway. Friendly's getting hit a bit there by that warrior, but we can try and get a flank on him. We've only fired AP rounds this game. We could have fired some heat, but now would have been a poor time to fire heat, especially into the side of that warrior as it has heat protection. We fire another into his turret, and his turret apparently is very, very strong. I didn't realise this. And we bounce twice. 440 pen. May have hit the cage armor surrounding that turret. I think it has a cage armor on the warrior anyway. And it just bounces, so doesn't matter though. He's dead. And we have a final tank that we don't manage to get a shot on before he goes down. And that was a pretty good game in this little tank. So, looking at the post-game stats, we can see we managed to do almost 7,000 damage, 4 kills, and earned quite a nice amount of money. We don't have a premium account activated, but top on the team on damage, I would say that was a nice round. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and as always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.